Hello, everyone, and welcome once again. We are having this amazing session yet again with me. My name is Udit Gupta, and we are going to see how cool can it be? What is the minimum temperature that you can reach? How exactly do we define this temperature? All of it unraveling right here in this session right now. But before I take you to that part, let me tell you that you can come up onto this app, the best app right now in India for live learning, where you can learn a lot of things. Now, this happens to be the Oda Class app, and if you will go onto the link given in the description, you can find this amazing course that starts on Monday. The bridge course is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of features that it has. Now, what are the power pack features? Let us see. We have 1 week of course, we have three maths and three science class, a total of six classes altogether. Then we have a personal teacher, a mentor teacher to support you all throughout this 1 week so that you don't fall in problem at any point of time. If we talk about more, we have homework on the app, we have the tests on the app itself, and on top of that, you're going to get some super awesome cool PDFs like the temperature, the lowest temperature. How cool can it be? It can be as cool as this course. Now, if you'll just join in by clicking on that link, I'll show you. This is the link. You can find it in the description. Click on it to make sure that you are not missing out on the best course that there is right now. So, if you have gotten all about this, let me tell you who am I. My name is Udit Gupta, and I will be your physics teacher for this session. Now, I've done my BTech from MNNIT. As you can see, I am your master teacher in physics, and I carry more than 9 years of teaching experience. All of this is just for you so that you can learn with nothing but the best. Now, I've mentored more than 1 lakh students, and that means you are in the right hands. You are at the right place, and you are going to learn how cool can it be. So, if this is the question that is asked to you, what exactly would you say? Now, this might just probably get you thinking about that, you know what? I went to this hill station. It was really cool. How cool can it be? It can be quite cool over there. There can be temperatures that reach negative. And then you also know that you would have had a lot of quilts, a lot of blankets, a lot of jackets, a lot of inners just to make sure that you're warm. But do you know the exact value, the precise value that you can reach when we talk about this coolness coefficient? So let us see what exactly is temperature. If somebody asks you that tell me what is temperature, this is the parameter to define coolness or hotness. We say that temperature is nothing but the measure of how hot or how cool anything can be. Right. If it is on the hotter side, we say the temperature is high. If it is on the cooler side, we say the temperature is low, the temperature is less. And if I ask you simple little quiz over here, what does the simple quiz say? It says that can you tell me the degree of measure of hotness or coldness is what? Is it heat or is it temperature? A very, very common question that a lot of students get incorrect. I hope you've understood that this is temperature, this is not heat. So, if we ask you that how exactly would you measure this temperature? What exactly is the thing that you use to measure of this bad boy, this temperature? So I think that everybody, once you fall ill, right? In the times of COVID, this thing has been in use a lot. It's probably a no contact thermometer, but right now, if you see, we just have a thermometer that tells you the temperature, that tells you how hot or how cool anything is. This is the thing, right? This is the thing that measures it all. So now, if you've understood how do we measure thermometer, I think you can answer another quiz over here. This quiz number 2 is asking you that by which instrument can you measure temperature? What exactly is used to record temperature? And if you see, the options are a little confusing once again. Thermostat and thermometer. So you should know thermostat is not the right option. We measure temperature using a thermometer. That means B option happens to be the correct one. to easy quizzes, but to logical quizzes and some place where you can be confused. Now I hope you won't be. And this brings me to the next thing, that what are the different units of temperature? How exactly would you measure temperature? If I recall, let's say that you are asked, how would you measure distance? How would you measure something as a mass? So you say that distance can be measured in meters, in kilometers, in centimeters, in nanometers. Similarly, in mass, you say that it can be measured in kilograms, can be measured in grams, in quintals, in tons. Similarly, do you know what are the different units through which we can measure temperature? So there are three very common units that you use to measure temperature, and let me tell you, these three are going to be as important as anything. If you talk about physics, these three units are some place where a lot of conversion takes place. Sometimes you are using one scale, another time you are using another scale. There is just absolutely no particular scale that you can say is the one that you will always talk about. So let me tell you, you should know all three. We have degree Celsius given in as something like this. This is the symbol for degree Celsius. Similarly, the degree Fahrenheit, whose symbol is given something like this. And finally, you have degree Kelvin. Now, please remember that in degree Kelvin, there is no superscript O or superscript 0, but you still call it degree Kelvin. You won't call it Kelvin, you call it degree Kelvin. All three are, somewhat laureate, somebody who has done their degrees. So that is why we have degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and degree Kelvin. So we are coming on to the final point over here, that how cool can it be? Just let us see one more quiz just to make sure that we have had this concept deeply embedded in our minds. It's asking which one is not. Please see, the word not is important. Which word is not a unit of temperature? इनमें से कौन सा टेम्परेचर का यूनिट नहीं है? So we say we have four options: Celsius, Fahrenheit, meters, and Kelvin. Although the options are given us a little wrong, degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, degree Kelvin, all three are units of temperature. We were asked which one is not, so we can say quite easily that meters is the one which is not a unit of temperature. As a matter of fact, it is a unit of length, it is a unit of distance. So this is your quiz number 3 that gets done. And if now we come on to the final thing, the one thing that you have been waiting for, that what is the coolest temperature out there? We call it the absolute zero. We call absolute zero as the temperature that is also known as 0 Kelvin. This is something that we have not achieved till now. This is only theoretically possible. We have reached quite close to it, but we still haven't reached the final point. So if somebody asks you what exactly is 0 Kelvin, this is 0 Kelvin, and its value can also be set as minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. So if somebody asks you that, what is the lowest temperature that can exist? You can simply say a 0 Kelvin. Remember, it's not 0 degrees Celsius, it's 0 Kelvin, whose value in degrees Celsius is minus 273.15. Now, you would be thinking that why did I say that this is something that we cannot achieve? And how do we reach almost near it? How do we reach almost nearing to 0 Kelvin? So that is also something that we are going to take up in this session. This is something really new. This is something very exciting and interesting at the same time. If somebody asks you how do we reach this temperature, we say there are two types of cooling that are followed one after another. There's the laser cooling and there's the evaporative cooling. So what exactly are we trying to do? So whenever we have a certain place that we want to cool, we want to extract as much heat as possible. The more heat that we extract, the more cooler anything becomes. So during laser cooling, we are actually sending in photons through the laser, and these photons are absorbing energy, then re-emitting in different directions. Now, while they absorb energy, they go into different directions. They have slightly higher energy than the ones they were coming in from. That means they have extracted the energy from the place that was supposed to be cooled, and then the scattered photons, as you can see, have a slightly higher energy. This means the cooling automatically takes place. Now, this cooling itself, the laser cooling itself, cannot get you towards the final point. It cannot get you towards 0 Kelvin or near to it. So we follow it through evaporative cooling, where we have some selective removal of the energetic atoms, and we make sure that we are almost nearing out on reaching 0 Kelvin. Maybe in some time we would be able to do that. But for now, I would like to say that was all. In the next class, we are going to see the conversion between different temperature scales. That is, we're going to hop on from degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit to degree Kelvin and see how exactly those conversions take place. Now, if you loved this class, do not forget, and I repeat, do not forget to join ODA class. That is the place where you can learn more. I hope that you have seen or checked out the link below. That is where you can come into this all amazing bridge course, and that is where you'll have a lot of fun. 1 week of fun, more than 6 classes. You have mentor, teacher, homeworks, tests. You have books that are coming to you in PDF form. I mean, I can keep saying on, and it's always going to be less because there's more always awaiting in this bridge course. So, guys, if you loved it, do check out that link below. And thanks a lot for attending this class. You can win more coins. The coins can help you towards all these brilliant, amazing gifts: a water bottle, a Mi Band. You have the sound bar, you have the phone, everything, and all of these things, all for you. So that was it from me today. If you like this, please make sure that you press on the like button, that you share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you don't want to miss anything, you know what to do. Press the bell button and subscribe to ODA class. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. See you and take care.